You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And on YouTube, subscribe at Mr. Mo Kelly, MrMokelly. Let's talk both TV and movies with the Associate Director of Communications for Vizio TV, longtime friend of the show from the beginning, I might add. Chris Woolsey joins me in studio. Chris, how are you, sir? It's been a moment since we've been able to see you.
It has been a moment, and it is so good to be back.
Let's talk about this Watch Free Plus app. What does it offer? What is available in a general sense?
Yes, so Vizio on their Vizio TVs has Watch Free Plus, which is a free streaming entertainment service. Or if you don't own a Vizio TV, do not despair. All you have to do is go to the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, download the free Vizio app, create a free account, and you too can stream hundreds of free entertainment channels. There are thousands of shows and movies, tens of thousands that you can stream for free.
For free?
Yes.
Free 99.
Free 99.
The app is free. The content is free.
Absolutely. Never pay a dime.
Everything that we're going to talk about today is free.
Free.
Well, let's get into it.
Love that.
Okay. You have the Spring Showcase coming up. What's on the Spring Showcase?
So we kind of have a theme for these showcases that we do a few times a year, and this one is your movie match. So spring has sprung, love is in the air. You know, it's
like the song?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Love is in the air.
You know it. I was hoping you were going to sing.
No, you weren't.
And so we thought it would be fun to do sort of a dating app theme for these collections of movies that we have. And it's kind of a rom-com theme going on along with this dating app theme. So we've got a ton of really, really great rom-com stars like Gerard Butler, Reese Witherspoon, Jessica Biel, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Zooey Deschanel.
Did you say Jessica Biel?
I might have.
Okay, I'm back.
Exactly. But yeah, tons of celebrities, a bunch of really great rom-coms. It's very fun stuff.
Let's get into some of the movies specifically, which would be available for this Spring Showcase.
Yes. One of my all-time favorite rom-coms, and I don't know if you've seen this one, but 500 Days of Summer.
I have not, as a matter of fact.
Oh my gosh, you are in for a treat. It's so good. So one of my favorite actors, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, from Brick. He was in, the Batman franchise. He's been in
He's done a ton of things.
Yeah. I think he's underutilized as a leading man. I think he's got a great everyman feel to him. I like everything he does. And he's in this 500 Days of Summer with Zooey Deschanel, who's another fantastic character actress. Oh, both of them are kind of quirky. But what I really loved about this movie is it treats romance and relationships with the depth and complexity that I think the subject deserves. A lot of times you've got these like kind of rom-com templates and they kind of just stamp them out and you know where the map is going to go. This one is not that. It's really complicated, but it's funny and beautiful and sweet and does not go where you think it's going to go.
You mentioned Reese Witherspoon, did you not?
I did.
Okay, what do you got from her?
We have How Do You Know? And this is star-studded Reese Witherspoon, Owen Wilson, Paul Rudd, Jack Nicholson.
Never heard of them.
Right. I think if they stick with it, I think they're gonna do something.
Potential.
But this was written by James L. Brooks, who wrote a few movies you might have heard of: Terms of Endearment, As Good as It Gets, Broadcast News, and
that's my favorite, by the way. Broadcast News.
Oh, so good.
It's kind of connected to my career here, but go ahead.
A little bit, yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's a phenomenal film. But it's just, when you and I have been married, not to each other, but we've been married for quite some time.
It's weird that you had to make that distinction. I couldn't yeah.
People are like, I didn't even know.
No.
But we've been married a long time. But you remember when you first were, when you were in the dating world, or when you first were dating your wife, and you're like, how do I know? How do I know this person is the one that I'm going to want to spend the rest of my life with? And that's kind of the question that this movie posits. And so Reese Witherspoon is sort of at a crossroads as to whether she's going to go with Owen Wilson or she's going to go with Paul Rudd.
I thought you were going to say, or Jack Nicholson.
Oh gosh, no.
May December romance, maybe?
Right. Well, that's as good as it gets a little bit, but
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
I know you got one more. Give us one more before we go to break.
Very fun. And I love the cast in this one, Our Family Wedding. So I think we all can agree that weddings can be very stressful situations.
Not if it's not my wedding. I'm good.
Right? Absolutely.
I like to watch the carnage happen live. There's nothing better than sitting in a wedding and you're seeing all the ish hit the fan.
Right. That is.
And it's like, I don't have to worry about it. It's not my wedding.
Yep. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Amen. Amen. But, so you've got America Ferrara from Barbie, Lance Gross from House of Pain, Carlos Mencia, Forrest Whitaker, Regina King, Angela Johnson.
I have seen this one. This is very funny.
It is very funny. So yeah, it's a multiracial wedding. So you take the usual stress of a wedding and you kind of crank it up to 11.
Yeah, Black and Latino. It's very funny. The cultural references are appropriate. They're very familiar.
Yep.
And you can see, fish out of water in both sides, in both instances.
Absolutely. Very fun. Our Family Wedding. Check it out.
Chris Woolsey joins us in studio. He was gone, but now he's back. He's the Associate Director of Communications for Vizio TV. We're talking about the Watch Free Plus app and all the free content on it. It's a free app, free content, free movies, and there's so much more. We have more with Chris Woolsey in just a moment. It's later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640, live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app and YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly. I'm right in the middle of a conversation with our regular commentator who is back finally. We missed him, Chris Woolsey, who's the Associate Director of Communications for Vizio TV. And we're talking about not only the Watch Free Plus app, which is available on Vizio TVs, or you can download it at the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. But it has thousands of titles which are free for you to watch. And you, Chris Woolsey, have some more offerings, free offerings to tell us about.
That I do. So we recently obviously lost Val Kilmer, one of the greatest artists of our generation.
Fair to say.
Yep. I was a ginormous fan. And we have some hidden gems on Watch Free Plus that people might have missed. He made a ton of movies. Many of them were blockbusters, but there were a lot that were also under the radar. So we pulled out some gems out of the library. One of my favorites, we've talked about this before, I love period pieces. I love biopics. I love political intrigue. And I know you do too.
Absolutely.
And this one's got them all plus Val Kilmer. And that is Kill the Irishman.
I have not seen this one. Tell me about this.
Phenomenal. So it is the true story of a Cleveland mob war between the Irish mob and the Italian mob. And it is phenomenal. Took place in the late 60s, early 70s. Ray Stevenson, I don't know if you remember him.
Yes, absolutely. Ray Stevenson, yes.
We also lost recently, but he played Volstagg in the Thor franchise. Yep. Christopher Walken, Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's not a bad cast.
I know. It's stacked. It keeps going. Val Kilmer, obviously. Vinnie Jones, Paul Sorvino, because you can't technically make a mob movie without Paul Sorvino.
Right.
I mean, there's laws in place. Yeah, absolutely. And it is so good. And Ray Stevenson, his performance as the Irishman he should have won awards for it. It is a spectacular. If you love period pieces, if you love biopics, please do yourself a favor and watch Val Kilmer's phenomenal performance in this one.
About a week and a half ago, we had a movie tribute to Val Kilmer. It was very well received because we love Val Kilmer, and there's so many parts of his career that you could take from his action or westerns or dramas, and you have some other offerings from Val Kilmer that I had respectfully forgotten about.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Another biopic, 5 Days of War, which is starring Rupert Friend, Heather Graham, Andy Garcia, Dean Cain. I mean, this one's got a ton of big names in it too. And it's the true story of a media crew that is recording the Russian invasion of Georgia, the country, not the state.
That's right.
Yeah. And they're trying to record all the atrocities in the war that's going on, but also they're trying to stay alive. Like,
embedded.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And, Val Kilmer plays a cameraman in this. And it's about the team coming together, trying desperately to not get blown up while everything around them is getting blown up. It's crazy.
You mentioned Val Kilmer. You also have some Bruce Willis classics. He's still with us, but he's not the same Bruce Willis we once remembered. For sure.
He's got, so many health struggles going on, and he is definitely in our thoughts and prayers. And some of just my all-time, not only is this first one we're going to talk about, not only is it one of my favorite Bruce Willis movies, it's one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time, and that is 2012's Looper.
Mine as well. I love that movie. It does not get the credit that it deserves.
It really doesn't, and it is phenomenal. Also starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt again, and Emily Blunt.
It's a smart time thriller.
Yes, exactly. And so the conceit is, in the future, we've mastered time travel. Of course, the mob takes it, uses for nefarious purposes.
Yeah.
They send assassins into the past and then send their victims back to get killed in the past, so there's no evidence of their nefarious doings in the present.
But there's also I don't want to give it away for those who haven't seen it.
Sure.
There's a science fiction beyond the science fiction.
Yep.
Beyond the time travel, which is slowly revealed throughout the process of the movie.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah. And this is a movie I actually wanted a sequel to, we just never got.
I agree. Yeah. And when Bruce Willis appears in this film, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. It's so great. So anyway, that is a phenomenal. And, you really, if you think about it, you don't really think of Bruce Willis as a sci-fi star, but there was this, and then this next one we're going to talk about, but he also did 12 Monkeys.
Yes, he did. Yes.
He actually did a very hefty amount of science fiction films.
You can throw in there Armageddon if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. But this next one is maybe one of the weirdest sci-fi films of all time.
Multipass.
That's it.
Corbin Dallas.
And that is 1997's The Fifth Element.
Yes.
Such a strange.
Oh my gosh. Corbin. Chris Tucker in a role which is amazing.
Yep. And apparently he was not supposed to play the role that way. And he just showed up on set and was like,
Ruby Ross.
This is where we're going. So buckle up.
Yeah. That's another one of my favorites. You have Gary Oldman in that as well.
Yes, playing the ultimate baddie Zorg. He's phenomenal.
You can't go wrong with this list. You really cannot go wrong with this. So if anything, go ahead and get the free Watch Plus app right now. Put it on your phone. Put it on your smart TV.
Absolutely. It's so easy. So you just download the Vizio app, create a free account. At the bottom of the front page, there's a little button that says Watch Free Plus. Click on that, and you're off to the races.
Free app.
Absolutely.
Free content.
That's the proper response.
Chris, I love it that even though you may be in a different physical location, we get to continue this relationship and talk about all these great movies that you and I both love. How often are we going to get to hear from you? Once every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Let's say that.
All
How's
right.
that sound?
I absolutely love it.
Beautiful.
And if people want to reach out to you, how might they be able to do that?
They can find me on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm IDGHAYZOOS.
One more time.
IDGHAYZOOS. On Instagram, I think I'm CS Woolsey. I'm not on the social medias as much as I should be, but I believe that's it.
All right, next time we'll make sure we got all that information available so we can connect you with not only the listeners but also the viewers.
Beautiful. I love the viewers.
This is kind of why we're here, right?
A little bit it is. And since I was gone, you guys have taken this to like a whole other level. This is bananas.
We're still knocking out some of the kinks, but it's a fledgling operation, but it's moving in the right direction.
It's a learning curve that is going in a great place.
I appreciate you, my brother. Hope to see you soon.
All right, look forward to it.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and also YouTube. When we come back, speaking more about movies, we're going to tell you about the 15 worst movie sequels ever. And you know what? I think I agree with every name on this list. It would be a first. And Chris, if you want to hang around, you might as well join us if you got some time.
All right. I'm not leaving for this.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. Mo Kelly here. And also on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly. Subscribe. Check out the video stream. And also, we're still live on the iHeartRadio app. We talk about movies we like. We talk about movies we don't like. We talk about sequels. Now we're going to put it all together. This is a list from The Verge of the 15 worst movie sequels ever. And I don't disagree with any title on this list. They're not ranked, and there are probably other titles we could add to it. But the 15 they submitted, I don't have any problem with. And that's rare. Usually, I disagree with a lot that these film critics have to say. Again, in no particular order, the 15 worst movie sequels ever. Mark Ronner, I definitely want your input as you see fit.
Let's have it.
The first one listed, Speed 2, Cruise Control.
I've never seen that, and I kind of want to.
Oh,
now.
no, you don't.
Well, the thing is that I never have either.
You don't.
Yeah. When a movie that's a Code Brown like that first comes out, of course you want to avoid it, but with the passing of time, you can kind of relax a little bit and have fun with a stinker like that.
Make sure Chris's mic is on. He's still with us. It's really bad.
Speed 2 is awful.
It is
abysmal.
Words fail me, as they say. Next on the list, and I don't disagree with this, but I have a more of a softer place in my heart for this sequel. Conan the Destroyer, sequel to Conan the Barbarian. If you don't remember, Conan the Destroyer had Andre the Giant and Wilt Chamberlain.
And didn't it have Grace Jones in it, too?
I'm sure it did. I just don't want to remember all those aspects of it.
I don't remember it as well as the original, because the original was just a stone-cold masterpiece.
Yes.
But I don't remember hating it way back when it came out.
I didn't hate it, but I still thought it was silly. When they had Wilt Chamberlain and Andre the Giant, it's like, okay, it did have a real WWF vibe to it, more so than a Conan vibe.
I don't know why it's so hard to get Conan right. Jason Momoa was in one that I didn't hate, but everybody dumped on too.
Here's one that I absolutely agree with, and you can only appreciate how bad a movie is if you've seen the movie which preceded it. Do you remember Pitch Black?
Yeah, the Vin Diesel movie.
Vin Diesel kind of put him on the map for the most part.
Yes.
I thought that was a great sci-fi movie.
It was.
The sequel, The Chronicles of Riddick, not so much.
Yeah, way too
Carl
much of a
Urban,
good thing.
the Underverse and all that, it was bad.
That was a sequel to that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yes.
I don't know that I knew that.
Yes,
I didn't know that either.
Yes, that's actually how they tried to build out the Riddick universe.
Yeah, the original was kind of a little scrappy sci-fi horror action movie.
Yep.
And they threw so
With
much
Keith
money
David,
at the sequel.
Yeah, threw so much. And
way too much.
There was talent in the movie. Tandy Newton and some others. It just was a bad movie.
Yeah.
Really bad movie. And they're supposed to have like a fourth Riddick movie coming out.
I don't need
Really?
it.
Yes. Here's one which may be controversial for some because some people find this series iconic and there's a lot of nostalgia connected to it. Rambo First Blood Part 2.
I think they're all kind of an acquired taste after the very first one.
But see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people give First Blood Part 2 a little more grace, and I'm not sure why that is, because I thought First Blood Part 2 was a caricature of the first movie.
Yeah, the first one was a legit good film, and then after that, Stallone became just an insane superstar that nobody was saying no to, and the second one was just like an overblown, cartoonish
it was
mess.
A cartoon.
It was cartoon. He turned into a superhero at that point.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Aliens versus Predator Requiem.
Trash.
It was trash. Aliens versus Predator was trash.
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator Requiem was trash.
Dumpster fire.
The Predator was trash. I mean, you could have chosen any one of them. Now, Predators with Adrian Brody, I like that one.
Not bad. Yeah.
But
Not great.
You didn't like the original Predator?
No, I love the original Predator.
Okay,
No, I'm talking about any of the subsequent. No, the Predator, which had
that's the one with Boyd Holbrook, right?
Yes, and Olivia Munn and some other random people in it.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid, but I got to admit that I found it entertaining at the time that I watched it. I would never call it good.
Yeah, they tried to be too funny, and I don't want my Predator movies funny.
Agreed.
I want it to be more like Alien, where there's a lot of serious stuff happening. People are dying and treated as such, but everyone had to say some funny line before they died. It's like, no. Maybe an homage back to Arnold Schwarzenegger in the original Predator, but that humor,
to the chopper.
Yeah, that was unintentional humor.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if Boyd Holbrook can open a movie.
Well, that was his chance.
Yeah.
I like him as an actor. I think the first time I saw him was in the original Narcos.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct, yeah.
And I liked him in that. And I think Pedro Pascal, the first time I saw him was in Narcos.
Yep.
Great actors. I don't know if they can headline movies by themselves.
They just haven't had the right vehicle yet, I guess, with him. He's been good in some stuff, though.
Yeah. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
Ooh.
I don't think any of the movies were good.
I'm not a fan of those either.
Yeah.
So you could have chosen any of them. You could have Freddy versus Jason. Freddy
goes
X,
to Manhattan.
Freddy Goes to Outer Space, whatever that one was.
Sure.
Any of them.
No, that was Jason Goes to Outer Space. That was the 10th one.
Whatever.
And you're going to think I'm nuts,
that's right.
but that one's actually kind of fun. Jason X.
I saw that one in theaters. I remember.
It's trash, but it's fun.
Okay.
It's trash.
Beverly Hills Cop 3, we all agree. Yeah, that was bad.
Oof.
Is that the one with Brigitte Nielsen? Or is that 2?
No, 3 is the amusement park.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep. That was Magic Mountain.
Yes, it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Really bad.
Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. I don't like the first one.
I don't even know they made a second one.
They did.
Awful.
It was awful.
They did. It's real bad stuff.
Let's stop right there. We have some more of the 15 worst movie sequels ever. I don't disagree with any of them. Usually I thought, you can't have that on this list. It's a masterpiece. Not at all. These are all trash movies. Mm-hmm. Very much so.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mr. Mo Kelly, live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app and on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly. Be sure to subscribe. You can get into the chat. They are debating, as we are, the 15 worst movie sequels ever. And from the chat, these are some of their, I'll say, honorable mentions. Superman 5, The Quest for Peace. That was the one with Richard Pryor. That was god awful.
Super bad.
Superman, super bad. I can't believe they did that to Christopher Reeve. The Star Wars trilogy, movies 7, 8, and 9. Those are awful.
Unwatchable.
Awful. They said Karate Kid 3. No, that was with the bad boy Mike Barnes. That was not bad at all. Cheesy, but it was a good villain. I think they mean the next Karate Kid.
Yes.
Which had Hilary Swank.
Absolutely.
Now, I could say the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith was not a favorite of mine at all.
No, but better than that one.
Yeah, and I don't even really call that a sequel because it did not connect to the Pat Morita universe until now. They're trying to connect it with the next Karate Kid, which is still weird using kung fu. All the Jaws movies sequels, yes,
sure.
Yes, all of them were bad.
Yes.
I got to tell you,
don't you do it?
It's trash, but the Michael Caine one is fun trash.
Which one is that? Is that the Revenge?
I believe so. Yeah. Or no, that's the third one.
Third one. Okay, I saw that. That was the 3D one.
Okay, it's the fourth one.
Okay,
the wife is the star of the movie.
That's the Revenge.
Yes.
That's Revenge, where there's the shark has some sort of vendetta, and it's like the grandson shark or something coming after the Roy Scheider family. Can't remember his name.
Yeah, let's just be clear. These aren't anything you could ever legitimately call good, but they're things you can have fun with if you're in the right mood for it.
None of the Jurassic Park sequels, none of the Jurassic World sequels were good. I like some of the Jurassic Park sequels.
I was disappointed with Jurassic World in general.
Yeah, they're just too stupid. I dumped those after the first one or two of them?
After the first one, I was like...
Well, how many times can dinosaurs get loose eat everyone, and the company engine stay in business.
Real slow learning curve there, but, right. But now we have Elon Musk, so maybe it's not so unrealistic.
Even with Jurassic World, the dinosaurs get free. Spoiler, they eat people. And they're still in business.
Exactly.
After the damn animals were running around San Diego. Still in business.
There were no congressional hearings.
Not a one.
Yeah, regulation is really the crux of all those movies.
Anyhow, let's get back to the official list by The Verge of the 15 worst movie sequels ever. It may not be the 15, definitive 15, but I can't disagree with anything on this list. Highlander, Endgame. Highlander 2, The Quickening was pretty bad as well. And Highlander, the original, I just rewatched that the other night.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Well, it's
corny, cheesy.
It's super campy.
Yes.
And Sean Connery maybe plays the worst Spaniard in the history.
No, remember in the movie
cinema?
he says, "I'm Egyptian."
Oh,
with a Scottish accent. I'm Egyptian.
Yeah.
I'm Sean Connery. And it's like, are they going for the joke here? It's like Sean Connery has this supposed Spanish getup. He's from Spain. In other words, the character's from Spain, and then he corrects Christopher Lambert and says, "I'm actually Egyptian," because I guess he's an immortal. He's been all over the place. So,
Right.
It was just really bad. Yeah. It was really bad. And Clancy Brown, I forgot that's where
the Kurgan.
Yes, that's where he, I guess, came to prominence, and I just couldn't take him seriously in that role.
I can't defend any of that, but I'm in a Highlander fan film, so I think I need to withhold comment.
Seriously.
Okay, if I said boom, chicky boom, chicky boom. The Mask.
The Mask.
Oh, yes.
The sequel, The Son of the Mask, which a lot of people forget, Jamie Kennedy. I remember it, and I remember it being god-awful.
Oh, what happened?
And they did it like 20 years later.
I don't know, but it wasn't with Jim Carrey.
No, it wasn't.
And he was smart enough to avoid it.
Sure.
Yeah. And this next one, I know Mark Ronner would be able to appreciate, and I think you too as well, Chris. Exorcist 2, The Heretic.
Okay, listen, there's a lot to say about that. William Friedkin directed the first one. John Borman did the second one.
Yep.
And every single person involved with the first one disowned it. But
what do you mean,
but it's worth seeing because it's just wild. It's insane. It's got some really impressive visual stuff in it. And I'm not even going to call it trash. It's just a weird left turn that nobody involved in the original endorsed. But you can't completely write it off.
No, yes, I can. I'll call
have
it
you seen it?
trash.
Have you
Yes,
actually seen it?
Yes, I have. In fact, I think there was some Georgetown. I think Patrick Ewing was in it.
Patrick Ewing?
Well,
Yeah,
Richard Burton was in it, and
yes.
I can't prove that he was drunk through the whole thing,
but it was Richard Burton. So
we can make some assumptions.
But listen, drunk or sober, I'd watch him read the ingredients on a toothpaste tube. It's a lot of fun just watching him work, and he's good in that.
Okay. Well, we should be able to agree upon this next one. The Crow, City of Angels.
Oh, no.
Right? Yeah.
So bad. So bad. On so many levels.
So many. And I think it was not going to be received because obviously it was after Brandon Lee's death. Mm-hmm. So people were willing to say, just leave it alone.
Yep.
Leave it alone.
Yep.
You can't. It would have been like doing another Batman movie with a different Joker after Heath Ledger passed. Mm-hmm. Just let that character have its own space with that actor.
Yep.
Like they haven't even recast Black Panther, because of you just can't do it.
Not at the moment, for sure.
And we got two more. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I didn't care about the first one.
I was just
so,
say,
I'm going to say
you wouldn't probably care the first one.
Yeah.
Compared with the cinematic classic that is Mortal Kombat. That was one of my wife and I's first dates was Mortal Kombat.
And look at you all now.
Right?
Wow.
26 years later.
It's a fun movie.
That's about the only good thing that came out. I mean, it was fine for what it was, the original.
At the time, yeah.
But it's not like anything I had to say. It ruined the original because of the sequel.
Exactly.
How do you differentiate between any of those? I have no recollection specifically of that one, even though I'm sure that I've seen it.
You should watch the Criterion Collection.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
almost like the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. They're all pretty much the same movie.
Yeah.
Bloodsport, Lionheart. They're all the same.
Yeah.
They're all the same. Trail of the Pink Panther.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the one they put together after Peter Sellers died.
Yes.
Here we are again. Okay? Like Chadwick Boseman, after the titular actor dies, you have to leave it alone. You have to leave it alone.
Oh, what about the James Bond film? The James Bond that he did one movie.
George Lazenby?
Oh,
Yes.
that's a great one. That is an absolutely phenomenal one.
Is it good? Because I've never actually watched it.
Yeah.
He walked away from doing James Bond, didn't he?
He did, because it was the late 60s and he had kind of a guru influencing him who told him that Bond was out of style, not cool. You don't want to be the man. But On Her Majesty's Secret Service is really one of the finest James Bond movies of all of them. Easily top 5.
I was not a fan of Peter Sellers and the Pink Panther series. That's just maybe me.
Have you seen Shot in the Dark?
If I have, I don't remember it.
You need to.
Yes, Daddy.
Schnell. Mark Schnell.
And last one, Cocoon: The Return.
Oh,
Yeah, the first one was great. The second one, no.
I haven't seen that.
I could put some Police Academy movies on here as well. There are a lot of bad sequels. Hell, I could put a Godfather 3 on here.
yes, you could.
There are a lot of bad sequels where you can see, okay, they just want to cash some paychecks and just trade in on nostalgia.
Absolutely.
But this is not a bad list. There are a lot of bad movies on this list. Chris Woolsey, great to see you.
Always great to be seen.
Mark Ronner, I'm not going to see that movie.
A Shot in the Dark?
KFI AM 640.
I insist you see it.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.